Hey lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kella with yet another cooking video. You already know what we're making from the thumbnail and the title. We're making chicken vegetables, and I need to point out that there's no onion and there's no red oil here, but I'm going to run you guys through the ingredients that I used before you. So this is Ugba. Then we have salt, some salt to taste. Then we have the nut cubes. I used 2 nut cubes for this dish. Yes, then we talk of the habanero pepper, nsukka, for my Igbo pips. Yes, then we talk of crayfish. Now guys, this crayfish is making me angry. This is the amount of crayfish you buy for 100 naira in Nigeria. Things are bad. Then the star of the dish, which is the chicken, of course, it's already been washed properly and was just chilling in the refrigerator, so I brought it out to the front. Then the co-star is the vegetables, which I used green, not ugu, probably Nigerian spinach or something. Yeah. So now I'm going to go ahead to wash the vegetables and allow them to drain out, because I wouldn't be wanting excess water in my dish. So for these vegetables, I'm going to add a generous amount of water and then some salt, and I'm going to wash this vegetable twice. After this first wash, I'm going to still wash it again, but my second wash, I'm not going to wash it with salt, because I wouldn't want my food to be too salty. So this is me adding a generous amount of water. I've already added the salt, and then I'm going to shake things up in there, because nobody knows where these vegetables have been, and they've been through hell. So I need to take out the hell out of them, meaning I need to take out the sand in them too, guys. Yeah, so this is properly taking my time to shake things up, so that any sand that is being attached to the leaf could easily fall off and settle at the bottom. Yeah, so I'm going to wash this properly and then head over to the rest of the meal. Okay, here and now I went ahead to cut the chicken into bite sizes. So in there I have the chicken, some onion, Maggi, and salt. That's all I'm using to prepare this, and to that I'm adding a cup of water to it, because I don't need so much water in it, because I want my chicken to be tasty and the veggies to be tasty as well. So I'm just gonna cover this up and allow it to cook. This has been cooking for some time, yes, and at this point the chicken is done, but it still has a lot of water in the pot, so I want the water to boil down a bit. So I'm just giving it a quick stir, and also trying to know how much water is in this pot right now, so that I can know the estimated time I'm going to leave it to boil down. So while this was boiling down, I went ahead to prepare the other ingredients of camera. So to that I'll be adding my crushed pepper and crayfish into the pot. The water has boiled down to a reasonable extent, because I won't be adding water to this dish. So I'm just adding the crushed pepper and the crayfish, give it a quick stir, and then adding my oil. From this point everything just goes in at the same time. We're not waiting for any 1 minute, 2 minutes, so everything just goes in. So to this I'm adding my oil. This is red oil, so palm oil. So I'm adding that to the dish. I wish I actually measured it to tell you guys how much quantity I added, but not so much though. So I'll give that a quick stir as well, and then I move over to getting the Ugba. You guys know I didn't show you guys palm oil at the beginning when I was explaining my ingredients. Sorry about that. Yes, and also the onion. Those were like the 2 ingredients I didn't mention, but yeah, they are part of this dish. So at this point you have to always taste for salt mostly. Now why do you taste for salt? This Ugba when it's being prepared, it's prepared with salt as well. So if you don't taste it, especially after adding your ugba, you might end up over salting your dish. So you must always taste it, especially after adding ugba. So that's why I added my ugba first, because I needed to know how much salt this ugba emitted, and then know what I wanted to add to the dish. If it needed more salt, if it needed more maggi and stuffs like that. So give that a quick stir, and then I went ahead to test it, and it felt okay, but I felt like it needed some maggi, because with what I have in there, by the time I add the vegetable, it's gonna be tasteless. So I added the second knorr cube, that I showed you guys earlier in here. So I added that, and I added some salt, for taste, like I said. Guys, if you're breaking your maggi like this and a big chunk falls in, biko, look for it and crush it too. Let your client or your customer not go and chop maggi and tell you ajite. Do you understand? We don't cook bad food here. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So I'm giving that a quick stir and adding the salt right now, just some little bit of it. Yeah, and then give it another last stir before getting onto our vegetables. Yeah, quick. Like I said, don't always forget to taste it. Like I tasted it and it felt so good. That's why I added my vegetables. Now I've washed my vegetables earlier before I started cooking, because I needed to drain it of all the excess water, because now at this point this vegetable is actually going to shrink and it's going to produce its own water. Okay, it's going to produce. So that's why I wanted the chicken to boil down a bit, but not completely. Some people like it completely dried, but I do not like it completely dry, because I want the stock to give me a different feel, and I also want like the stock to dry up on the chicken itself, so that even if you're not eating the chicken with the vegetable, the chicken on its own is tasty, and then the vegetable alone is tastier. You get my point, right? So I'm just, from on here is just turn. You guys can see that vegetable has shrinked. Yeah, and you can see that there is little or no water. Don't be deceived. This is just like making vegetable soup. Don't be deceived. See, these vegetables, they can fall your hand in a split second. So I'm just going to cover this up for a while and allow it to boil. Yeah, before I did that, I actually forgot that I have not added my onion, and I was supposed to add this onion when I added my ugba, but no biggie. You get no biggie, man. So the most important thing is that it made its way to the pot, because I'm not going to chop raw onions. So yeah, guys, so just giving it one last stir, and then I'm going to cover this up and allow the vegetable to boil or cook for a minute. Then that's it. I switch off the gas and our chicken vegetable is ready. You have to keep tasting it, man. So I just turned off my gas, and you guys can see how much water this dish produce. That's why I said you don't actually need to add water. So right now I'm just dishing it out, and man, it smells so good in here. Like, if you guys don't know, I enjoy cooking. I enjoy my kitchen moment. It's just that it's so hard to cook and film at the same time, but I know you guys enjoy this. So please don't forget to give me a like, thumbs up, comment, share this video with your friends. You could have this with rice, you could have this with rice, you could have it with yam. There's so many things. You can have it alone, you can enjoy it alone like this. So in this wonderful, give me a thumbs up. I know you guys love it, and that's a wrap, guys. I'll see you in my next video.